For years, the Players' Cup was a PDGA major tournament that was sponsored by Discraft and was the crown jewel event in the state of Florida. The event went away but has returned with a match play format. The event has already been held and Nico LaCastro won it all. Today, we will be taking a look back at the Mid-Atlantic Qualifier held before the Players' Cup, as Disc Golf Monthly starts now. Welcome to another edition of Disc Golf Monthly. We're here in Erwinna, PA at Tinicum Park for the Players' Cup Qualifier for the Mid-Atlantic region. Hello everyone, I'm Carl Cubbage and I'm joined by fellow disc golfer Tom Cady.
Hello.
Tom, we're in Tinicum Park. It's been around for a while. It's on one side you got the Delaware River, and the other side you got a mountain ridge and the Delaware Canal that's been in operation from 1832 to 1931. A lot of history in this area. It's a beautiful park. Tell us a little bit about it.
It is a beautiful park right along the Delaware River in Upper Bucks County. It's a great place. Lots of tourist attractions, things to see, things to do, and a great disc golf course to play when you're up there.
It's pretty wide open. There are some wooded spots. The thing I like about Tinicum is it almost has the feel of a ball golf course in that the fairways are kind of defined and the rough is a little bit raised, so you almost have like a definition of the holes that you don't see in some parks.
You really do. It's a nice mix. It's got some long holes, long field holes. It's a windy day today, so putting can be difficult out in the open field, and they mix it up with a nice selection of wooded shots too.
And if you're not careful, you could actually go in the old Delaware Canal if you throw something a little long on a couple of holes.
Couple pin placements right by the canal. I think I've been in that canal before, yes.
All right, Tom, in this qualifier event, we're not going to be doing stroke play. We're going to be doing something called match play, where the players, we're going to follow two sets of players. They're going head-to-head against each other, and whoever wins the hole by the lowest score basically gets a point for the hole.
That's right, and they're qualifying for the Players' Cup in Florida.
And that event has already been held. Nico LaCastro won that event, but we're going to watch these guys qualify for it and see how they do.
Okay, maybe there's some things we can learn about their throws and playing Tinicum.
Always, Tom. And Tom, who are we going to follow today on Disc Golf Monthly for this event?
Well, we've got Nate Cron from Windward, Pennsylvania, and Nate's playing Stu Kaplan from Yardley, Pennsylvania. The second pair, we've got Steve Bro from Bluebell, Pennsylvania, and he's up against Jay Klein from Abingdon, PA.
Fantastic. Well, it looks like we're going to be in for a treat with this match play format there, Tom. We're going to go to break before we follow the final action. We come up, we'll follow the final 9 holes for this qualifier. All right, Tom, here we are with our two teams of competitors for match play. We've got Nate Cron, Stu Kaplan, Steve Bro, and Jay Klein. Should be an exciting match here. All right, Tom, we're going to start off here on basket 10, C position. This is a par 3.
And Nate Cron's up first. It's a par 3 hole.
Gives it a nice flat that's breaking a little bit. You want to get a good skip here if you can, get through those trees.
Stu's getting down low. You've got to keep your throws low through the trees here. Gets it off nicely. Catches a little wood.
And that basket, you can see the canal is just beyond that. There's the walking path, so there's a little trouble if they go too far.
Stu ended up right by the basket.
A nice skip there.
Jay Klein.
Kept it nice and low.
Very low. Nice skip.
That's right.
Right
Wow.
up to the basket. Great shot.
Stayed right up on the path. All right, let's see if Nate can get the 2 here.
Nate with the jump putt.
Just caught a tree.
Steve Bro with about a 20-footer. Nice shot.
That was really nice. Bang that one in.
Nate with his third shot to the basket. A little bit of a tester.
A little bit over the top
Over
there, Tom.
top.
Had the nose up on that one. That just climbed right over the top. Nice putt there. So we can see right now that
Stu Kaplan goes up 1.
and a tie in the second group. All right, Tom, we're moving on to basket 11A position. This is a par 3, 314 feet.
Another nice par 3 hole. And we're going with the roller shot right off the bat. Tinicum's a good course for rollers.
And you can see where the rough kind of stopped that one
You
there.
do have to keep it in the fairway with your rollers, though. Nate Cron with his drive. Looks like he's going with an Anheuser throw. Let's see.
I think he's going, look at that. He swings it way wide, brings it back around. That's a nice throw there. Into the fairway.
Nice shot by Nate. And Steve Bro with his first shot. Steve also with an Anheuser.
All right, checks up a little short of the Nate's. Now this is good for Jay because he's a lefty. He sends that one out, but it looks like that one stayed out there a little bit.
Good. Hey, Stu Kaplan with a little bit of distance left.
You can see the basket in the shadows there, Tom. Cutting back nicely to the hole.
Okay, he's there for an easy 3.
Nice shot there.
Let's see what Steve can do. This is in his range.
Be a nice time to bang one here. Oh, just off the chains and a little bit left, Tom.
Nate with about a 20-footer. And a nice putt right in the chains.
Solid. All right, you can see the rough here defines the fairways and the walkways to the holes. The polo course out there in the distance to the right there, Tom.
A lot of different activities out at Tinicum.
All right, here we go. We're moving on to basket 12. This is A position, par 3, 333 feet. Well-defined fairway here. Beyond that big tree to the right, a little left is the basket, but you got to watch the canal past that if you go too far.
Here's Stu Kaplan up with his drive.
Stu stays nice and low to the ground and keeps it
does.
this low as well.
Kept it nice right down the right side of the fairway and faded right into the basket. Steve with a similar shot, a little bit higher than Stu's, and you see that that's what pushed him out too far to the left.
See what Jay can do here.
Jay has a nice low throw along the right side of the fairway.
That's right there. That's
right
a
up to
beautiful
the
shot.
basket.
Just beyond that dirt path beyond the basket is the Delaware Canal where they used to move coal for 99 years. Don't want to get in there.
Stu's got his look at it. Wonder if the canal makes him nervous.
Boy, Stu just caught the edge of the basket on the right side. Tough break there. Steve was just on the edge. Boy, that went right to the ground.
It's a windy day. You can see the trees moving in the background, blowing in the background.
And you can see it affect that putt
It really
too.
affects the putt. If you putt with the nose up at all and the wind's at your back, it'll push the disc down. And of course, if you're putting into the wind, it'll lift it right up. Nate had a nice level putt at the basket, real firm. He took the wind out of play.
What do you know? Nice level throws, the way to go. All right, we have a tie on both groups there. As we move on, basket 13, C position, par 4, 495 feet. This is a tight little throw through the woods, and you got to be careful that one of those trees doesn't knock you left into the canal.
Nate threads it pretty well down the alley.
You'll be able to see out into the opening from there.
Here's Stu with his shot.
Looks like he's going to take the left route and then bring it back around.
There you go.
Yep, I
Ain't
think
gonna
he's
be on the
okay.
canal path this time?
Steve Bro.
That's
Steve right down the middle.
And
Kick
stays
to
in
the-
the wood line.
Kick to the right.
Oh, that almost got thread through. All right, still a little work as Stu's going to break out into the open. It's open from here on, once he gets past that group of trees. All right, there's the basket in the distance.
Okay, Nate with a two-finger
Here's where you got to be a
throw.
shot maker here, Tom. Just looking to put it out so he's got position on his next shot. Let's see what he can do here.
Nice shot up to the basket. Okay, Stu looking right down the tow path of the canal. Need to stay away from that water on the left. Stu went a little long into the canal there, so this will be his fifth throw at the basket.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, he did go in. That was a tough break.
Oh, yeah, see him drying it off.
I have a CE Valkyrie in there from about 8 years ago. If anybody finds it, let me know.
That was a gift
Nice putt.
right there.
Okay, so Nate goes win on that hole and a tie from the other group. And we move on to basket 14, A position, a par 3, 282 feet.
Got Nate Cron up first.
This is a fun hole here. There's a gauntlet of trees you got to get through. There's an alley. And it's in the A position, so it's a fun throw.
It's a short hole, but you've got to be deadly accurate.
Not bad there.
Steve with a nice easy release. Gets all of it.
You know, when I see a pin in the A position, I get excited there. I can actually make a run at that one, Tom. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can see a deuce. Just missed there. Nate, this is right in his range for sure.
Sure is. Nate's a solid putter.
The Tom Katie jinx, I think that's twice. Tough break there. That wind really is a factor, Tom. And that one just cut through the chains.
Sure did.
They're shaking their head. They know it's not a usual occurrence.
I'll try not to say anything here. Right, nice
That
putt
one's
by
in there.
Stu.
I think it's the wind, Tom. It's not you. All right, to finish up the putt there.
Nate Cron's one up. Steve Bro's one up.
Okay, we're going to move on here. Tom, this is basket 15, B position, par 3, 495 feet.
Now we'll get to see a little bit more length here at this Tinicum course. Still not in the C position, though.
Nice low flat shot there. Coming around, a little skip. Nice, out into the field.
Good throw. It's a difficult thing for a lot of players to do is to keep the disc low. It goes a lot farther than you think it will.
It's a nice view of that one. Just want to get out that at open where you have a look there, Tom.
Yep. Don't get it up high into the branches and ask for trouble.
That went high and got into trouble. You,
Asked for
you
trouble.
called it. You... Looking to break through. That's nice.
That's a
Coming
nice
down
looking
just
throw.
in time. Definitely a nice throw there. See if Steve can recover. Sends it out. Sounded like it tapped the branch,
That
but
was
he's
pretty
okay.
close.
That was
Yeah.
a good shot
That was
there.
a good recovery shot. Stu with his second throw at the basket.
I cannot listen to this lady talk about phone. Go in.
Looks nice. Coming
Look at
in.
that.
Come on in.
Down. Some good shot selection there. Get in. Wow.
That was a nice run at the basket.
Good putt. You can hear the polo game going on. Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon? All right, they're cleaning up the putts here, Tom.
2 minutes remaining in Chucker number 1. We're going to play 6 Chuckers of polo.
Stu's checking the wind.
This game will have an ending.
You can see it's blowing his shirt. It's definitely a factor today.
We must have winner. We must have a runner-up today.
And you can see that just whipped around, didn't even catch metal. That's a tough break.
He's put his low into the chains. Nice shot.
You know, we can't emphasize enough how much that wind can really, even on a short putt, can cause havoc.
It does, and then psychologically it starts to play with your mind a little bit.
And Nicholas Iman will get there first.
You could see that one. You could see what the wind was doing to it. Tough break.
Now the near side is the
Rarely will you see these guys take this much time at a short putt like that, so you know that the wind is really making them question their throws.
Boy,
and you see another
that came
missed
right off
putt.
the metal. All you can do is shake those off and put it behind you, Tom.
Hope that the next hole is in the trees. Be a little shelter from the wind.
All right, so we've got so far it's a tie between Nate and Stu, and Steve is up 1. As we move on to basket 16, C position, par 3, 453 feet.
Stu with a nice low throw.
Kept it
Looks
low,
like it
caught an
some
early
wood.
tree. Nate coming out. That's a good shot there. There's a
Looks like
roller.
he's going for a roller.
Well, we follow Jay on his second shot. Just near the rough. Sends it up high, cutting around. There's a nice one there.
Shot up to the basket.
Stu launches that high, cutting from right to left. And that's a little bit left. Nate checking the wind out. Goes right at it.
Looks like a nice throw. These are all tester putts at this distance on a windy day.
And just caught the chains a little bit high. A little bit wide. Like you said, it starts playing with your mind there, Tom. And this is a good target, the Mach 3, one of my favorite to throw on.
This will generally catch a disc if you can hit the chains solid.
And that's dead center on. You're not going to miss those. Steve smiles as he hits that one.
Wind picked up a little bit just in time for Nate's putt.
Yeah, it's blustery. That grass took off.
Yeah, so he's putting dead into the wind. If he gets the nose up at all, it can rise right up over the basket.
It looked like somebody said something distracted him. He's getting his composure. Starting going back to his routine. And
Nice
he's right
putt.
in there. All right, so Nate's up by 1 and Steve's up by 2 in his match. As we move on to basket 17, this is B position, par 3, 439 feet.
This is a nice long hole, again, out in the open. On a calm day, this is a relatively easy hole, but on a windy day, you never know where your disc might fly. Again, it's good to keep them nice and low and level. It looks like Nate did that.
Breaking a little bit from right to left, but he's okay. A little bit left.
Stu with a little bit of an Anheuser.
Turn
Is
it
that
over
going
a
to come
little
back
bit
for
there,
him?
Tom. See if Steve's will come back. He's a little bit off to the left as well.
Jay Klein with his drive. That looks like it's got a good line to it.
That looks like the winning drive right there. That should be. All right, at least he's got a clean look at it. Let's do second shot.
Give it a nice run.
You see, Steve, those branches are probably going to be a factor. You put it close.
Let's see if we see one of Nate's jump putts here. Yeah.
Wow, just
Almost.
ticked off the tree, put it close. Not a gimme in this wind. But he puts it in. Great focus on that shot.
Another nice putt.
All right, so we've got a two-stroke lead by Steve and his group, and Nate's up by 1 as we move on to the 18th hole, Tom. This is basket 18, C position, par 4, 760 feet, a signature hole for sure.
Now we've got a long one. You need to throw a couple long shots, but of course that basket is right up at the towpath right next to the canal, so you can't go long with your approach.
It's drifting a little bit into the left rough. That looks like it might catch the right rough.
And that'll happen too on a windy day. If you throw with a regular disc, it'll turn over on you. You know, you really need to have more of an overstable disc in the wind. And it looks like that's been happening to Stu a little bit today.
That's just on the edge of the rough. It's about a 50-foot fairway, Tom. There's no trouble in the rough per se, except for a little bit of footing. That looks like it's coming back. All right, you can see our cameraman is now near the basket area that they're throwing towards him. A good looking shot coming around. All right, a little bit to the right. Steve a little right as well. You can see the basket right there towards the, just before that slope.
This is a real touch shot coming up to this hole. Again, you have to throw long, but you can't go long. Nate does, nice low throw.
That's a good looking shot. If it gets through that rough, just caught it. Stu on his third throw. Still got to penetrate.
Up to the cameraman.
Not bad there. Big jump putt by Nate. And he puts it right there, valet parking.
Jay wants to top that, slides just beyond.
Nice
with a
controlled
nice layup
slide
shot.
right there. All right, Nate's got his in. Stu hits high chains near the top of the target, and it just deflects to the left. Steve's in.
Tough day for putting today, huh?
Yeah, we did see some, well, we can see there's Nate won his match 2 up and Steve 2 in his. We're going to go to break and then we'll follow up the event. Stay with us.
Nanotechnology, building atom by atom.
Pennsylvania's Nanofabrication Manufacturing Technology Partnership is preparing Pennsylvanians for the jobs of tomorrow. As your governor, I want to encourage young people who are still in school as well as workers who want to gain new skills to consider the educational opportunities available through the partnership.
Call 866-NANO4ME. On the web, nano4me.org.
Not mad at me, are you?
I am. If you didn't save me some of those chips.
I did.
I cannot believe you two.
Patience.
You forgot the dip.
Use it before you lose it. Ooh, that was close. From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
What's the joke? What's so funny?
Hi, I'm Brian Schwarberger, and you're watching Disc Golf Monthly, the show that brings you one step closer to the sport of disc golf.
All right, well, that was quite a match play event. We had Nate Cron up by 2 in his match and Steve Bro up by 2 in his. And you can see it's pretty close in match play, Tom. You could really mess up a hole really bad and only be 1 down on a hole. So that makes it pretty close for any competitor.
It evens it up. It's a little like the skins matches, you know, but it's just fun to play match play.
Yeah, I think they had a good time. We really got to see a great course here at Tinicum Park. It's a great place to come out and play. You and I have played it many times, and it's a real treat to come out here and hit the course.
Definitely a good course.
All right, well, Tom, that's it for this episode of Disc Golf Monthly. I'm Carl Cubbage, joined by Tom Cady. Please join us next time on Disc Golf Monthly, the show that takes you one step closer to the exciting sport of disc golf.